can each of you speak to your relationship on Pac and what he meant to West Coast rap?
Okay. Can I start? I've been talking all day.
Go right ahead, Scorpio.
All right, so make a long story short, no, Tupac, man, you know, just to know him was, just to know that he even knew about me. So I seen him mention E-40 and the Click on the shout-outs on Strictly for My Niggas, and I was like, everybody was hitting me. They said, man, Tupac shout you out. And I was like, what? He know about me? Right? And so then the boy Richie Rich, you familiar with Richie Rich?
Yeah.
Richie Rich from the Bay Area? Yeah. So we together one day at an event, and he was like, 40, I meant to tell you. Tupac want me to give you his number and woo, right? I say, Tupac? He's like, yeah. You understand me? I say, thank you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love him for this to this day, because he could have goaltended. He could have, like, man, I ain't finna get this motherfucker Tupac number. You know what I'm saying? So I called Pac, and he hit me back. 40, what's up? That was all I needed to hear. That was 1992. That's all I needed to hear was his voice, and we was locked in. Next thing you know, we hook up. We was at Jack the Rapper. I wish I had those pictures. Me, him, the boy Tretch, understand me, from Naughty by Nature.
We didn't take pictures back then. We didn't do that back then.
I know. I wish we did, because we had on Carl Kanai, the sleeveless vest. All of us, right?
With the little metal plate.
Yeah, exactly. With the metal plate, bro. All of us. Me, B Legit, D Shot, all of us. We out there deep. And we all had the same kind of gear, but different colors. You understand me? That was that. Then he came to my Practice Looking Hard video. And there were just so many other gatherings that we did where we kicked it and just like got hella drunk and shit, and just, you know what I mean? Like, if he fucked with you, he fucked with you. And what he meant to me was he was uplifting to females and the urban community as well. And everybody. I mean, no other rapper spoke highly about females like he did. Keep your head up. Brenda's got a baby. Dear Mama. All
LL
this
did.
stuff.
LL did.
But LL did, and I love LL. He's a legend. I love it. For sure. But what it is, but Pac did it. LL did it in his way.
Sometimes
and Pac did it in his way. You understand me? So, and he also had party bangers. You understand me? And he spoke about just the life, just the trenches, period, the octagon. You understand me?
The soil.
The soil. With that in mind, he did so much in so little time. He was only 25 when he passed. You know, he was into theater. That's crazy. He did movies and shit.
A lot.
The way he dressed was real player. You know, back then he was, you know, he was a cold dresser. You know what I'm saying? The whole woo-wop. And just lyrically, he was dope as hell, you know, and his audience and his fan base was tremendous. And his work ethic, he'd go in there, like when we did, let's say, for instance, let's go say Dusted and Disgusted. No, let's do We Ain't Hard to Find on his album, his biggest album, All Eyes on Me. With me, B Legit, D Shot, Richie Rich was there, and Sebo. We all was at Can-Am Studio. Pac would come over there, check on us. As soon as he get there, he write his lyrics to the song. Mike Mosley produced it and shit. Okay. Then you got Rick Rock down the hall in another studio doing trading war stories for Sebo. Pac go down there and knock them verses out. You understand me? So he was going from room to room, checking on us, and then he come in there, y'all done? And I'm like, man, we don't write as quick as you, bro. He write hella quick. So just being part of All Eyes on Me was amazing. That's one of the biggest selling albums in hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? I was on that thing. You understand me? When we did $1 Million Spot, when we did Dusted and Disgusted, he in there, he wrote his fucking lyrics, smoked a blunt and drunk some Hennessy, and had his lyrics done in 15 minutes and shit. I'm sitting up here scratching my head trying to get my bars, because I rap fast, you know what I'm saying? So it took me a long time to write my shit, but I got it done, and that shit became a classic. But R.I.P. to Pac, legendary.
I was gonna say, you're getting kind of long-winded, bro.
Yeah, I do. I'm from the Bay. I talk your ears off. You still from the Bay?
I'm from the nigga. I'm from East Oakland. I've never been from the Bay.
Okay.
I'm from East Oakland.
Oh, you ain't never been from the Bay? They're hearing you now.
I'm from East Oakland.
I'm from Vallejo, California.
I'm not from West Oakland.
I'm from Vallejo, California. you, the Yay area.
You don't gotta cross
I am
no-
the ambassador of the Bay.
You don't gotta cross no bridge to get to Rico. You gotta come.
You ain't gotta cross no bridge.
Bridge and tunnel.
When you from Vallejo,
We getting into the bridge and tunnel.
Check this out.
We getting into bridge and tunnel.
Look,
See, I
look,
got in
look.
trouble for this.
Check this out.
For dissing bridge and tunnel
check
people.
this out. That Vallejo Mare Island water, where you catch that ferry, and you're right there in Frisco in 15 minutes. You understand me? That's the same shark-infested waters where they found Humphrey the humpback whale.
Who
up
lost
in that
his way?
bitch.
He lost his
You
way.
understand me? Look that. You see, you don't even know nothing about that because you was in Atlanta at the time when Humphrey the humpback whale was there.
I know all about the whale. He's not the only whale that got lost in the Bay, by the way.
I am
Let me just clarify a few things. Like this is why I be talking shit. Because
Oh shit! I gotta
once
get
again,
some
I
mango scottle.
am really into Big Homie when it comes to like Bay shit. Now, before I go Big Homie, I gotta tell this pre-story first. Ice Cube, 1989. We on the Straight Outta Compton tour, and you're on tour, right? When you're on tour, you kind of click up, little clicks form. So I fuck with Cube on tour. That's my nigga. Whatever, however, DOC was my nigga. Like, Easy was my nigga on tour, but Cube was my guy. And when the tour was over and the friction started with NWA, that shit divided like who you with. And I remember Ren saying, man, I'm finna stick with Eric. I remember Cube telling Ren, nigga, come on, nigga, let's go. And Ren was like, no, I'm finna stick with Eric. DOC, they all like Layla, all these my niggas, they all was like, man, I'm sticking with E. I'm sticking with the company. And Cube quit. And the very next year when he dropped America's Most Wanted and went on tour, who was right there with him? Too Short, Ice Cube on tour. Like all that shit, like who gonna roll with Easy, who gonna roll with Dre? I roll with Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? And I tell the story like that because we the big homies. We like a little older, like you say, man, what's up with Tupac? Tupac was like, we had multiple platinum albums when certain legends came along. Multiple. So I had this thing. I fuck with Earl. Earl's bigger and more prominent than most of them. And he was connected to my street niggas. But the rest of them, I was like the big homie. So I'm sitting around, I'm platinum and shit. I don't care who you kind of pulled up and was. You could name the whole list of them. I'm like, I'm the first. And I'm like, nigga, like I'm hanging with street niggas. I'm like, nigga, I ain't fucking with you little rap niggas. Like, like it wasn't even personal because I love Pocket. We made records together. We kicked it. But I was like, they'd come around. I'd be kind of quiet and kind of like not trying to be too buddy and shit and all that shit and just cool with it. And I was the big homie, Earl.
You always have been the big homie. I love you, brother.
I just kind of like
I feel that.
The love that I have for a guy like that was like big brother kind of love. Like I'm like, y'all wild out, y'all do all that and that. And I'm like, just over here trying to kind of in a it ain't real, but just kind of trying to play. I'm bigger, nigga. I'm like,
right, I understand.
Just out of age and out of I was here first, that type of shit. So I was playing that role.
As you can see, both of these niggas can talk forever. I ain't sitting them for 25 minutes just listening to both of these niggas talk. At the end of the day.
Wait, how many minutes?
About 25, 30 minutes. I just been watching.
But players don't keep score.
Watching, looking.
You counting the minutes?
Hey, nigga, I'm guesstimating. But look, but check it out.
Let's go.
I met Pac. He was still part of Digital Underground. And he was just, the cool young nigga. We was both, the young niggas around the group, so we would hang and kicking and shit, and just had real cool camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? And he would always tell me like, this digital shit is cool, man, but, I want to do records like y'all, he said, because where I live at, the shit is fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And I want to talk about how the shit is, And so I was like, well, keep doing your thing, Shock G, he'll see, that you got talent and shit, and he'll fuck with you. And then I started to see him get on more digital records, and I was like, okay, Pac is starting to, move up from just being, in the background to actually, doing some songs. Then he went solo. He was like, man, I'm doing my own thing. I still fuck with digital, but do my own thing. He was like, yeah, I could do the music I want to do, So I just remember him being a fun dude with a lot of energy. He would wake you up in the middle of the night when you was sleeping shit, like, party over, Pac, we did the show, nigga, it's about 4 in the morning now, it's like, we got a show tomorrow somewhere, like, time to go to sleep. Nope, Pac running through the hotel, knocking on people's doors. Remember one day he made me get dressed, like, get up. Come on, we're going downstairs. We're going in the lobby. We want to fuck with somebody. We went to the lobby. Nobody was in the lobby. I'm like, Pac, nigga, you the only nigga up in the hotel. And so he was just, you know, just a cool dude. And then, he started to blow. I remember when he saw him at Echo Sound one time. He just started getting a lot of money. Couldn't drive worth of shit. He had just wrecked one of his Benz. He was like, man, I'm fucking freaked out. I just wrecked on the freeway. I'm like, dude, you ain't got your license. He was like, yeah, man, it's a lot of time in New York. I didn't even think I was going to have to drive this shit.
Right, New York shit. Yeah.
I fucking wrecked. And I was like, dude, don't kill yourself in these goddamn cars.
Right.
You know, because that was like the second car he had wrecked and shit. So I just remember him, you know, really before he started really fucking with Death Row and got into that. Because, you know, he would fuck with John Singleton, you know. I didn't do Poetic Justice, so John went and got Tupac to do it. Oh. And so it was real cool to see, you know, John taking another rapper under his wing and turn him into a fucking star. You know, that's what he did with me. That's what he did with Pac. He did it with Busta Rhymes, you know. So it was just cool to see another, you know, another rapper in the game getting a shot on the big screen.
You know what's amazing about Pac, man? Is as he was 25. He never lived past 25.
Right.
But every time they gave him a mic, he said some shit.
He said some shit.
Like, how could you be that young
this
and
footage
be like, on point like all the time?
This footage of Pac in 1992 talking about why Donald Trump is a problem.
I remember the first time he sat down with on BET. I'm like, I knew the guy. I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? Like, he was talking some real like shit.
Bro, like, the guy take him early, man.
I know him from dancing with this Underground. Them the mic on
wanna clown around, wanna come around with the Underground.
Even the first songs, his man, my homie's called Brenda's Got a Baby.
The stuff
like,
he said was incredible.
Young black male, trapped.
Man, I think is.
Come on.
What we done started. Look at what we done started. This the people party. When opportunity knocking, then young nigga move that door. Whoa, get your foot stuck in it, call me young, go get it. They can't fuck with it, might as well roll with it.